on a lot of different Warhammer videos, but I'm wondering if I can find a way to like beat copyright and use pieces and parts if I do it short enough or something like that.
You can
so that
you put in references saying this is from this.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't always work because it's part of its auto detection of their system. Now, if it says that, it throws away your right to argue it, which I wouldn't want to argue it. I would just like delete it and do something else. But you know, something to show Warhammer as an intro. So we go through that, and then we come here. Whee! Okay. Should be flipping soon. Let's see here. You start with updating on where we are and why. As we were discussing, you guys were looking. Were you here when they found the other ship and they were finding some old technology on it? I think so, up to the point of the final fight.
Yeah, she was here up until the point of the fight.
Okay. So, with that, it ended up those Halo weapons and whatever stopped that ship was warp force, warp life force.
Okay.
It's an old event or something like that. UVAP technology, or biotechnology, I guess you call it. Stuff that they make weird crystal things and like life forms out of things that usually aren't life forms, and a lot of times warp related. They were kind of a really. It's one of those few times the Emperor was maybe right by fighting him. But this is one of their old. Well, it seems as a solar system. But when you guys did some studies on the centerpiece, this is actually an old Yevant fortress. And everything else is swimming around in its warp fields. It has some defensive things and some crystal wasps. As they got closer, it's surrounded by a force field covered with, or moving around with some crystal spiders. They're about half the size of the wasps. Then there's rocks, ships, and some are a combination of that. So what you kind of have is what your system shows as a profile for those locations. One space, it's one encounter tier. So, we roll on that when we get there. You guys, and then there's lots of different corners. So let's see. Other than that, you guys are in your ship, which works pretty good, except for you can move forward, but you cannot move away.
Right.
Without destroying it, so that you guys have pretty much stopped your ship where it is. The one that's pointing towards the warp came through not too long after you guys did, like a day or so. Then a bunch of people started ejecting to the escape pods. Some were shot enough towards the warp because the warp has its own gravity. They got pulled. That's not necessarily good or bad. That's like being pulled into hell. But they wanted that more than here. The ship is just kind of like sitting there at the end of the field. And its engines are running on kind of a standard system right now. They haven't gone full power yet. But they're kind of holding location right now. Some pods did not make it out and have landed on other places here. And that's that. Any direct questions before we start?
Was there any were we able to see any kind of emblem on the ship that just came in? I mean, is it an Imperial ship or a Chaos ship?
No, it's definitely an Imperial ship. It looked nice. But it'd been in a battle before it got here. But it still seems fairly intact. At least when it first came through. It started smoking since then, here and there. Although, in space there's kind of a weird effect of that, but your ship can detect that there are fires here and there breaking out from the inside. But there's also a good chance it came through the same reason your ship did.
Right.
So you don't even know if whatever made it off there or is on the ship is Halo infected or not. You landed over here. You guys went over here because you found out that group, the Brotherhood, is very loyal to the old Empire.
Yeah.
Although they're also the only ones that have anything similar to Space Marines with them. But just a few. Most of the people are religious people. But there has to be some people to tell people what to do.
Do they actually have Space Marines or just like Imperial Guards?
Yeah.
Astaris or
Astartes.
Yes, that's what the equipment they're carrying is.
That doesn't mean they actually are themselves. They might have just found a stockpile.
Yeah, and it's also been a few generations, so it's probably, well, it could be if it's actual one, because, you know, they can artificially be kept alive.
Yeah, all Space Marines are effectively mortal.
Yeah. But you don't know if they happen to die and someone put on the armor. So unknown on that. They hadn't thought about that. They just try to stay away from it. If you enter the green to the blue zone, in the green zone, here, that's the best chance you're going to run into any Brotherhood. The center area is patrolled by crystal wasps. The outer edge, you don't know yet.
Okay.
Let's see here. You're working for Martek, or you're trying to help him. He commands the settlement of several thousand men and women in vast shanty towns and nameless moons created from wrecks of ships. Anything that they have already claimed is not shown.
Okay.
Because that's scattered here and there within that zone. Sometimes you'll have hidden ones here and there.
Yeah. Again, space being
Yeah. Other things around here will be they have a fungus farm, a rodent ranch, and then ice asteroid farming, which they smelt for water and air to keep everything going. Big thing is, because of some of your guys definitely are in armor, although one and two of you, I guess, you can't your character has two.
I'm wearing Space Marine armor, but I'm still wearing armor.
Yeah. But you're also not 10 to 11 feet tall.
Right. And weighing in like half a
Which
ton.
the only people they see that size are with the Brotherhood.
Whereas Michael weighs a quarter ton.
So
You're not wrong.
it kind of in a bit, they kind of, some of them are offset by you guys. So if you can do anything while running around to help them, it will look good. Basically, there's a morale base and it will increase it.
Okay.
Such as you guys found large patches of fungus or something. It can be transferred to their location. Therefore, you know, giving a fresher genetic mixture. If you hit some ships, you can sometimes find rats. They will give you a couple 2x2 cubes with a handle. That basically you turn in, you drop them, turn the handle, and it should release these. Well, first they seem like small cubish, almost cage-shaped things. The legs come out and a little tentacle with a red beam, looking for heat, and they run off. And then go and capture them and then come back. And then recollect into the box size, and then you guys can take it out. And just drop it off there once you guys locate that. Or if you take down an ice asteroid, there's the water in the ice front. So, and that's all those locations are marked on here. So, and then basically the thing is you guys are trying to find support to deal with the center place and also the Brotherhood if necessary. One of the goals last time you guys talked about was if you can get a big enough ship, you can charge the center location and snap the field and be able to get in. The spiders can only rebuild it so a couple times, and there was a story of someone that did, but the ship got caught on it. So it didn't fully tear through. A couple got some information that were in there and got it back, but they didn't get out. before it's sealed. So you guys want to hit it harder this time. Maybe multiple ships if necessary.
Right.
Which would not be that hard to basically, once you get there, if it has a working engine, find a way to basically hook it up so you can activate it from your ship.
Doesn't even need a working engine. We just need to see if it has a working power core.
Yeah.
Because then we can just turn it into a stationary weapons platform.
Yeah. You can shoot at the center location from anything in the blue range. So, the gun cutter, because it's smaller, escapes the major waves of the gravity,
Yeah.
which are artificially created by the center location. So that's why it's grabbing bigger things. So you guys can move around safely with it back and forth. You just can't move the main ship, which is the size of a city, like Rhode Island. It's New York on wings.
No, it's just the size of the Vatican.
Yeah. And looks like it too. Big old towers and
One more nothing.
yeah. Well, your guys look good, but it's still noticeable that it's like a couple ships have been put together. Any repairs at this point would be cosmetic, right now.
Yeah.
Your engines are fine and everything's working on your ship once the maggot jumped from your ship and headed toward the center. So it did no damage in the process. So, there we are.
The other question I have
Yes.
would be, is, what the protection, would something the size of the gun cutter be able to slip through it?
The middle?
Yeah.
No. You can't even get a person
Oh.
between. It tries. Although, what we'll do is when you check an area, besides the chance of being encountered is 1 to 3 on a die 10. We'll roll a die 10, and that will determine the strength of the shield on that spot. Because there's things flying around that it could have already been hit once before, and one of the spiders haven't gotten to repair it. So you may hit a good spot or not, and be able to cut through it and jump in.
Okay. So,
Which does give their spiders a warning, but their main issue is to reseal it, so whatever you can't get out, and they're pretty sure anything that gets in will be destroyed by the inside force. Which is more of like a few large moving things, not like a military running around there. You guys, they haven't detected anything living actually, but the crystal wasps aren't living either.
right.
And they're flying all over. They're flying everywhere within that middle section, and I think they occasionally show up in some of the other sections due to different encounters. I'm not sure yet. Oh, I wrote them all, but I wrote like 15 in one night. Then I mapped them out and stuff like that. We'll be using this if we need. We'll pull out the maps from underneath it for more detailed stuff, and I've got the figures here if I need.
Okay.
So, of course, we may have to deal with it if we get to ship combat, like we get to a ship that's decided to turn against you, and that's a different situation. Now, as far as experience points, a bonus of 100 points per location when dealt with, besides death points for the whole thing when you're done.
Right.
Those are encounters not written in here, so.
Yeah.
Well then,
Okay, so, my big thing, then,
you guys are here. I'm just going to put a pin in there so I can scan. Grab that right over there.
Please don't put holes in my map.
Why not just use tape? Oh,
Oh, okay, like that.
It's like a flood pen, or a push pin. Yeah, no sharpness on that side. But like I said, they look more like Star Trek. So,
Shuttles in Warhammer look more closer to these Starcraft ships.
yeah,
yeah.
I have a picture of it
Okay.
somewhere. Yeah, that's
So besides the Brotherhood, anybody else major living here besides
The Brotherhood and the Collective is what it's come down to, except for there is something on most of those locations that aren't really part of that.
Right. But nobody would actually have, shipboard cannons or anything else.
Some of the ships might, depending once you get to them, we'll roll to see how they're doing.
So what's number 4 here?
That's a ship stuck in a rock.
Ship stuck in it.
And it happens to be the tail end of the ship. We'll see.
So the nose is sticking out.
No, the tail.
Oh, the tail's sticking out.
But no flame, no engine.
Okay.
They basically have taken most of the parts and broke it down. There's your ship. Which is, well, it holds 6 people.
Yep.
So it's, probably at least the size of a semi-cab with wings. So, you 3 can breathe right now without having to worry about if you're in the ship or out. You have don't you have equipment for that?
Yeah.
Same with your tech priest or not?
Same with the tech priest.
Okay.
We got white suits.
Okay.
Yep, so you avoid yourself, no problem.
Yeah, that's just so you can crap. What the hell are you talking about? Okay, so basically you need a direction and a plan. You know anything about that one, 4?
Yeah, because what I'm thinking is
Pull it
that,
out just to be sure. So I can give you more information on this.
since I can reasonably still disguise myself as a member of the Sisters of Battle, I can still get in good with the Brotherhood.
Possibly, yes.
And since Tesla still looks like a tech priest, and doesn't have any weird funky stuff going on, we can actually get in, with them. It's like, hey!
Actually, I was wrong on my description. That is a rock formation made too, which looks about as big as the place, which actually gives the place a kind of temple. And then let's see. 2's the next closest one to you guys.
Yeah, 2's there, 10's over there. I was thinking about talking with the Brotherhood.
Try and take down with the, go talk to the Brotherhood.
Yeah, just go that general direction. Figure out what 2 is.
2? They can tell you what that is. That's one of their rat ranches.
Oh, the Rat Ranch? Okay.
Yep. Oh, they haven't heard from them in a while, but that is what that is. They basically have had, every time something crashes through into here, it like disrupts everything for a while on communication. So right now, they're kind of down. But mostly the Brotherhood is within that one section there. If you stay on the outside edge, you probably won't encounter them. And the Rat Ranch, yes, is in their area. But it's the best place they found to place it at the time.
Right.
So occasionally they get hit, but they haven't lost it yet. And these locations, there's basically those things float. They don't go around the whole like this. They kind of float around their current area where they're held. It doesn't have a true gravity where things fly around it.
Yeah.
Well, you could set your own gravity by moving a little bit and then kind of swinging it around like you're tied to it. But for the most part, everything's still. Mostly because everyone's afraid if you move, you'll start getting sucked in because it catches attention. But the smaller one, except for the occasional roll, if you can get by a group, you're kind of left involved. But a lot of these are people that came through the same way. They kind of got kicked out of the war, if they planned it or not. So there are their own little things going on.
Okay. So, anybody have any other ideas?
He's looking at the Temple Rock so far.
Okay.
That's what the one you were looking at.
Yeah. And then probably swinging out to talk to the Brotherhood and see if we can finagle their assistance without them realizing exactly what we really are.
Anyone? How does everyone feel now?
Does that sound good?
Yeah. You can just go alone, or are you guys going to go with him on that last part?
I would stick out like a sore thumb. She would stick
Yeah.
out like a sore thumb.
Yeah. And then you are.
Also, a Space Marine. She would.
Well, what's her?
She is one of the.
But she has no like.
Oh yeah,
mutation. She does.
She doesn't have mutations, but.
Well, also the fact the warp's right there. People stroke with mutations all the time here. But
yeah, but the Imperials seem to be particularly sneaky about it.
how do they? Well, yeah, this is a very almost psionic
Yeah.
level
Yeah.
of worship towards the Emperor.
Yeah,
So
it's-
probably leave her out too.
Yeah, it's.
Any semblance of it is viewed as being
Well, that the heraldry on her armor.
Well, you can then make an effort if you wish to hide it. Would you hide yours? I mean, you're not exactly loyal to the Emperor.
No, but there's a way to disguise you.
Yeah, but it's something you guys would have to do when you get there. If you wanted to have a...
You two would be easily disguisable. She, the Noise Marine wouldn't. No, see what we do is we disguise you as Death Watch. Basically, people
I have a question. Can her weapon be used on, like, hordes of people coming?
Yes.
Because it shoots out in an arc. Or,
One of her weapons can.
yeah, that's what I was wondering. She had a... And then later on, we're going to have to work out. I'm going to have to check on the rule for horde. Because that would apply that once... Because also what you guys are looking for is people to replace your servitors with, so you can actually do things at a higher ability. Right now, you guys move a little slower because the servitors are operating one servitor towards two normal people's jobs. So, yeah.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and fly out towards
Number 4? Okay. Who's flying?
Tesla is flying because he's the only one that knows how.
Okay. Then roll with that check.
Oh, 1, of course.
Right off the bat. Let's see here. What will Musk go through?
Damn it, man. I knew one day you were going to get a skill.
Ends up being someone who can't get out. Wait. Okay. I did. Okay. I'll write that here. I got it backwards. On which one they were. Because one says Brotherhood and they wouldn't be out here. It's supposed to be this one. I got the two backwards but after I wrote it down on the map. So, but I do know which ones I need. So, then first of all, you guys are on the gun cutter?
Yeah.
Everyone. I didn't keep out of character. That's fine. Well, perception or awareness? In this game, perception or awareness?
It's awareness.
Okay.
Which is the same bloody thing as the other training.
Yeah.
Well, I was just wondering if...
Oh, yeah.
Well then, basically someone appears on your ship.
That's what's too busy for.
So, it's probably not
I'm
that...
too busy.
You're too busy?
Yep.
Okay. Everyone else, make a either perception or do one noble success on awareness. Which one's a skilled one?
Awareness.
Awareness is skilled?
Yeah.
So perception, you would need one extra win. No. You're looking out the ship. Look around out there.
I got 0, 0, 0.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look.
You're like, look! I saw something in the closet! He goes, runs in there and closes it behind him.
I believe I make it.
You make it? Nothing?
Yeah.
Low number better.
What'd you do? Roll 20?
Yeah, 24?
Yeah, so, yeah, you are really good.
Okay.
Don't forget things like, your helmet and your auto senses, so...
Okay.
So these two.
These two. You two notice, and I'll have Morgan roll a die 10.
2.
Well then, that was a 3. No. I'm not dressed up.
Deal with it.
Yeah, I will have it. 2 guys! Suddenly appear, basically in the wall, a almost warp-like field seems to open up, but in a perfect, like, triangular shape.
Okay.
What do you guys do? It's like, look, it looks like you're looking some, out into the warp. But,
I tell these 2.
okay?
Awesome. Okay. Just like you won, I will grab a.
What you doing? You grab and then leave us hanging. Oh, the commercial breaks? Okay.
No, his brain needed to load. He's still on AOL.
Okay.
No,
It froze. We had a little symbol around him.
3 days later, he responds.
Yeah, I still blame the piano tuner.
Well, you guys turn around. About that point, 2 people, I would say regular-sized humans, maybe a little heavier because of their armor, which seems to be really piecemeal of bones and parts like that. They have like rough-cut weapons, like they were made out of various metal things that sharpened. I don't believe. Oh, they do have a laser pistol, but it's on this side. They step through. Kind of shocked to see you guys. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, I was going to.
Herb, Katie.
Herb?
Yep.
Yeah, she's been trying to get attention on certain parts of her body. She's in need. But, we blame Lana. Lana was licking her. No, it's not alright to do that. Go away. Get off my stuff.
Dog.
You do it. Meow. You talk about me now. I hate you, Dad. Hate you.
Love me.
Does anyone have an extra character sheet on them? Blank one?
Yeah.
I had one. I just don't know where I hid it. Oh, there it is. I've actually found it.
Certain cats on the laptop.
Get down! God damn you! Get the fuck down! Oh, it's almost time to restart. Fuck you, don't restart.
And then it restarts.
Okay. Let's see, we'll go with... How about fellowship check for all 4 of you? See if they get freaked out right off the bat and start responding.
No. Yes. Holy crap, I rolled a not 5.
Bullshit.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, you're good.
Yay.
Why does everyone hate me?
Oh!
Sorry, we don't have any chocolate chip ice cream for you.
I get all the successes.
All the successes?
I got 5.
Well, that should be enough.
It's right.
Only one of you that seems to be scaring him. What'd you get?
Right.
Amanda?
She got 2 degrees of success.
2 success, which is fine. We're on the way to E4, but we're not there. Oh no, the encounter was E1.
Oh, so you got like what, a total of 5?
Yeah.
Okay,
I got 5 successes essentially.
not bad. Only one of you.
Fail.
Yeah. So both of them grab their laser pistols and point, but only at her. But they don't fire right away, but they are pointing guns at you. Like you frighten them.
tell them to drop their weapons. Now.
One of them will go, bodies?
What bodies?
That's all we want. We'll leave. And they go jump through the hole.
Huh.
And it closes right behind you.
Pussies.
Yes. They basically are like bone pickers. They came to collect bodies usually in locations. And, well, you were moving around, they thought there'd be some dead bodies, but no, so they left. That is your encounter on the outer edge. They will appear, grab any bodies they can, and then leave.
Ah.
They have uses for them. So, go back to driving forward.
Yep.
Roll dice 10.
8.
Because they ain't gonna take you on, especially when you guys outnumber them 2-1.
They probably outarmed them.
Yeah. Oh no, they only had a lattice pistol and a sword made out of ship hull.
Yeah.
Okay.
Squish.
Okay.
7.
Okay.
2. Encounter.
No.
No.
But you said 1 to 3.
That's here.
Inside.
They get worse as you get towards the center.
8.
7. 4.
Okay, now we come down to the question of landing. You guys gonna land or get off the ship? Well, I guess does the ship have any way to get you down, or you have to land it?
Well, you have to land.
Okay.
So
So,
it could just do
jump.
spacewalk.
well, 3, yeah. I don't know. Do you guys have the equipment for that or not?
They hold on to us.
Well, that's true.
Go over.
Oh, I would leave. Yeah, I'd probably leave this on the ship. This is something.
Yeah,
Sure it doesn't
someplace
get
to get away
stolen.
from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. People are salvaging all over. Both of those guys appeared in your ship and it was empty. So yeah, that could be a threat up to them. Is the fact they do just seem to. Okay, first of all, I'll say, let's go with a intelligence check, or if you have anything that would give you warp technology.
How about Forbidden Door War?
Okay, go ahead and roll. Well, if you can just succeed, you probably get all of the successes.
Nope.
Okay. Anyone else want to try? Just intelligence?
Is it Archeo check or that one? Archaic technology. I got like Forbidden Lord.
Give me one extra success and I'll let you do it.
Okay.
It's probably something that you could have ran into, but not, what you usually in your field.
Oh. So. You got 6.
6 successes?
Yes.
Well, you got enough, definitely. There was only 5 you could get. Well, it's actually 2 secrets, but it takes 5 level successes to get all. One, although it was warped, the shape it took was a controlled, which means somewhere there's a gate. Otherwise, it would appear as a tear. And it would have been much more random here and there on it, but it was very well controlled.
Okay.
Could be, because look at where you are, could be old Yaivat, whatever, technology. People have built the place, but someone, you can guess probably them, have a gate somewhere. So. But it would be possibly dangerous just to dive into it, because they can't close it, which would probably leave you somewhere floating around.
Right.
But you'd have a chance to get through. Just, it's dangerous if you don't make it. So, you get there. It's a large rock, combined of like a couple, basically it used to look like most of the things here. It was probably part of a planet once. Mostly made of rock. While the temple, see if they cut out of it, to very nice standards, kind of reminiscent of, double check.
Imperial Gothic architecture as usual.
Yeah, but definitely in the area of law. Almost like a courthouse.
No Rose. No Rose.
No, not Rose, those. Actually, you have like 3 symbols you can see from here before you land.
Right.
2 of the Adeptus Ministorum, and 1 of an Inquisitor. Are like
Oh,
the
that's
symbols.
right. I still have that Inquisitor's seal, don't I?
Sash, yeah.
Yeah. Namtax?
Yeah.
Yes. So, you guys like land further from the temple or right near it? Or midway?
Well, it depends on where there's a good landing spot.
There's a lot of empty areas. There's no like vegetation so you can see.
Yeah, just basically someplace where it's easy to land, easy to take out. Nothing to bump the ship up against.
Yeah. You can land on the side of the temple.
Basically, land
It's a nice even area. Or do you want to land on the rock?
Land on the rock, maybe like out front.
Right out front of the temple? Okay. So as you guys land,
Because I'm sure our gun cutter still has the Imperial symbology on it.
yeah.
We haven't gotten around to stripping it off yet.
Sandblast it.
Get the flamer.
Well, you have one on one side.
Uh-huh.
The other one was damaged, so you know. But they went ahead. Left. If it was on this, remember everything was kind of put together with pieces.
Mhm.
So you have it on one side, so land that side.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
hide it if you land somewhere else.
Exactly. You know
So
that.
you land, and basically the equivalent of soldiers, carrying just standard armor like black armor, and carrying let's see what
Probably the last guns.
rifle. Or yeah, black armor, las gun, knives, things like that. Standard survival kit. All marked with less, although there is a little bit of religious angles to it, it's more along the lines of the Inquisitor, these guys. So, they're not Brotherhood.
Right.
They come, who rolled last time? The number of people. Was it you? So, Joel, go ahead and roll with that 10.
Okay. 6.
Okay, 60 men. All that level. Come out. They don't point any weapons at you. They stand at attention. While one of the confessor of the Adeptus Ministorum comes out. Basically a priest. But more, he's a confessor that works for the court. He seems to be marked more along the lines of a defender, not the accused. So he comes out.
Across the ramp, I come down first.
Okay, just you. Do a fellowship check.
This is my turn. So,
Just going for a blank. He doesn't know anything about you.
yep. 22 out of a 57, so that's
That's a success.
that's a no 22 out of 57. That's like
You get 1 per 10, or do you get 1
yeah,
per
I get 1 for 10. So 4.
4? Okay.
That's-
Yeah, these guys are equal to Imperial Guardsmen. What they are.
Yeah, because I have here Ecclesiarchy and with Radiant Presence, so people, NPCs and whatnot else, people really like. So,
You land, he comes over, says, how long have you been in the system?
we just got here.
You on the last ship or the one before that?
The one before that.
Okay. How are your alliances?
Still feeling things out as to where they are.
welcome to the courthouse for the area. We judge guilt or innocence of all that's brought before our courts.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay up. So.
We're not. Well, we realize we are no longer part of the Empire, so we will have slightly different rulings on things. Everyone has what he has.
Instead of automatic guilty.
Well, yeah, such as the nearest planetoid or planet are mutates. So they are actually the dominant species. But I guess, well, did you come down in disguise?
No, they're still all.
So you're getting information, you're transferring what he said,
Yeah.
basically?
And it's basically whatever I'm hearing gets transmitted back to the ship.
Okay. Well, they can probably turn on and hear it.
Yeah.
So, do you have any sinners to bring to us?
No. But since we were, my companions and I are looking for a way to end the imprisonment of our ship here.
Ah, yes. Everyone that is here to try to smuggle that. The source of the problem is the fortress in the center.
That has been relayed to us by
The Inquisitor has been busy checking out information on it, and basically has that, well, most were brought by some kind of old technology, and whatever it is, returns to that area, where deep within there, there's some kind of cocoons being built, but we don't believe they're anywhere near coming to.
Is the Inquisitor in?
Oh yes, Judge Inquisitor is here.
Because at that point, I actually produce Mendex's Inquisitorial seal. But it's like...
And
With
years
the
since I've seen a
passing-
more current one. I was only a couple hundred years old.
Yeah, and it's like with the... Basically, with the passing of my master, I'm now inherited the authority of the Inquisition.
Oh, I see. And, well then I guess you may fall under our interest. As far as, do you wish to return to service of the courts? Or are you just, we'll call you a civilian of our system?
Bad lawyer.
Well,
And if staying, well, we would need a little time to prepare a quarters for you.
no, I'm going to be working as a lawyer. But I wish to speak with my counterpart.
The Inquisitor?
Yes.
Oh, did you pass the index at you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But basically, I said Mendex died, but the passing of...
Well, yeah, but you're his second in command or whatever?
Protege, and then since he died, I inherited it.
Okay.
And it has been confirmed by...
Well, remind the fact that seal belonged to the guy I kind of killed, isn't it?
Yes. So I'm now passing myself off as an Inquisitor.
Akasha.
Why? Because I can write out my names. Anyway, let me do so.
Okay. We'll have to inform him to get ready. And he goes ahead and blows a whistle, which does inform you that there is oxygen around here. Apparently it creates a bubble of it, it holds it. The side effect of the gravity waves is it actually sees oxygen as a physical object, so it binds it to things.
Okay.
Almost like we're floating around the bubble. Although we do need to find, and we do have some equipment that allows us to renew it at times, but it can get smelly sometimes.
So,
I'm sure
being a fake knight?
He whistled, and one of the skulls, the sort of skull things, come flying down out of the place.
I'm not one to stand on ceremonies, so just let him know that you're just as soon as possible.
Okay. It comes over and does a quick scan head to toe of you.
Mm-hmm.
And then looks over towards the ship.
And leave with me for the time being. My tech priest and my associates are on board, but they do not wish to reveal themselves at this time. And it's for the
people that say if we were part of the Empire, we would have to arrest.
no.
Okay.
It is.
Because there are some people sometimes we run into that.
Let me put it this way: knowledge of them is forbidden and is subject to immediate execution.
Oh. Okay. So are you on a mission to discover who eliminated Mendex?
No, we're.
Well, your mission sounds kind of secret. You feel the confessor's getting into his questionings and thoughts.
Yes, that is matters best left alone at this point in time, Professor.
That's fine. That's fine. You're not on charges for anything. The skull goes flying back. He looks, then he says, will you need men left to check your ship?
No, it's. It basically asks Tesla to seal the ship.
Okay.
And
He goes ahead and points at two men. They line up in the front of the gates.
Yeah.
Gates are like 20 feet tall. And the rest go in. Side. Okay, you follow them in? Okay.
And at the time over, it's like I would take the time to basically spray paint their armor black and have the left arm silver.
Wait, tell the tech priest to get to it because he's back on the ship.
Yeah. And basically what that is, for those who are watching, is
That's bad at some of those old movies where it's like they give you a flashback of something that happened before, but you never saw it in the movie. It's like, no!
Right.
It's got to have been established before you went in.
Yeah, so basically what they're going in as is like Death Watch black sheets.
Okay.
Basically they've removed all markings, and so you don't know where they're
Not too bad because they actually all look fairly new,
Right.
so they haven't been experiencing much because it's hard to become nothing when you have so much history behind you. It's hard to hide it all.
Yeah. So
But these people, they've run into people that come in occasionally, but they don't have, they can't communicate outside the circle, the three levels. Okay? So, you're going through a while and you finally go in the main entrance, and it goes off to some chambers, individual ones. That's where those people like peeled off and went off, like barracks. Most places, they barracks. Get to the end of the area you're walking, and it opens up into a courtroom. No doors beforehand. Big old courtroom, like for giants.
right.
You would probably have to stand and you'd just barely be up to the thing where the Inquisitor it's fine is built at his size. He is Judge Rancor Suliax. But he seems a little younger than you would have expected. Like, he may be the second to wear this armor. And what he's wearing, he's got the Inquisitor's equipment, weapons, but you see a minimal amount of implants on him, but you don't know what's underneath it all.
Right.
Carrying a big old hammer. A hammer on one side, an axe on the back side. Inquisition Rosette. Ancient weapons with the value, that's war gear, and armor. Black coat, carapace armor, or Ignatius power armor. Probably the later, the Ignatius power armor, because he was out in the frontier to begin with before this happened to him. So, he's back there. The back wall is a collection of information. They would be called books. Some of them, other ones are like data, put back there. Mostly, it looks like the skull has two arms, get what he needs for court situations. Looks like a church in front of a courtroom, though, because you see.
Right.
But otherwise, the feel is a Gothic church. But off one side, where you see like a nice fancy door, probably like his arsenal chambers door.
Right.
The other side is a heavy duty, like war, like heavy metal, big old bolts and defenses, and it may go to a prison. Now you don't see one from outside, but it doesn't mean they didn't build one inside.
Yeah, they're big into the block.
Yeah. Like, oh, you seem to have shown up at a good time. What can I just bring?
No. Information that you may have gathered about the system, who still a loyal servant, who was lacking in faith, and who can be persuaded to cooperate to remedy the situation of all of us being trapped here.
Well, if you look around, any one of us, either as a group or otherwise, between Brotherhood and the Collective and the various freelance organizations you'll find around, or ships, any of them would probably work with you if they had a decent plan showing progress towards escaping. None of us wish to escape. We have detected that our temple used to be closest to the outer rim. So we are slowly moving inward. So it answers our first question. We wondered how the Iron Fort in the center, or what you would call what some would see as the sun, how it is remained functioning. After a while, your resources start to run out. Well, it gets resources from the next one that comes in. So slowly our location will decay. So any of us would like to get out of here. If you have a decent plan, I would be willing to hear the plan. I'm limited what I can do. I have no ships. Mostly whatever happens is brought to us, especially if it's not a Brotherhood issue. They just drop people off here. We usually find them guilty because people aren't going to take the effort to bring someone all the way out here, so guilt's a little more on their side right off the bat.
Well, innocence proves nothing.
True. It shows we didn't know about what they did. And we have so many information. In your training, will you ever shoot a servo scope?
It was destroyed in the last book.
Oh, pity. We'd like to download the information out of those when we get a chance. So, we can add to our information.
And unfortunately, and it's one of those I just recently came into the inquisitorial seal myself. So.
You seem to lack the damage most of us that have been in service for a while.
Oh, it's and I still actually have that fleur-de-lis tattoo right here.
So, you can check with the Brotherhood, but a problem I'll warn you about the Brotherhood is if you don't fit along their concepts, then you're an enemy. They don't have another stake. That's why the courts, we've put them out here. I was part of a ship that originally dealt with court issues, but it was destroyed as we attempted to attack the center area, but then found out we were being drawn in anyway, so we fired out and ended up landing over here with our escape pods. That's all we have. We've used most of them, the engines from them, to help create air and to add to the bubble to recycle it. And we have some mining underneath here that we can still found areas of different resources. used to be a planet's shell, the crust. So there's a lot of different layers of material. Even some caves on the far side here.
Well, so far the plan that we have is over a bombardment, get someone in with a warhead, such as the torpedo warhead.
Yes.
To destroy the main power center.
Yes. That can be valuable. How would you deliver it without losing your own ship to try to get out after it? That's the problem usually. Anything you can deliver is going to draw you in possibly within range.
That's part of the plan, is to, once the power system goes down, keeping the ship there, such as a gun factory, would no longer be powered.
I see. We're going to have to leave that part. You're talking to him about that. Okay, the other three of you. Something to detect the noise of something attempt to enter your ship. You have your tech one there too.
Yeah. So it would be awareness.
Awareness or perception. Perception would be next to success. Awareness.
Don't forget to get plus 20 from your health.
Yeah, I get the plus 20.
Okay. How about you? What's your
Well, Tesla's busy administering his machine spirits and painting the go.
Yeah, but you a special witch doctor dance
Yes, he actually has to appease the machine spirit to
make sure it doesn't mind being painted.
right.
How about you? What'd you get? Would you roll? And what's your intelligence?
Our perception is 30,
Or
and
perception.
no awareness, no eating.
Okay, so
No.
who did? You, and not you. Okay, you guys are back towards back into the ship, and you hear someone like scratching on the bottom of the ship, like metal against metal. As you follow the sound back, you find out it's closer to the landing gear. Like, you know how where the landing gear opens up the actual hull of the ship a little bit? Like someone's up in that space.
Just like them if they try to hit you right in there. Because those aren't pressurized.
No. Ask that kid that from Puerto Rico or something like they got a picture and falling out. Whoops. His dad told him it's not safe. Listen, Dad, fall to your death. Okay. What do you guys want to do anything about the sound? You can get out. There are 2 guards, but they haven't been seen to be paying too much attention. If you roll anything above a 3, you are properly disguised already. Not died yet.
Above a 3.
Above a 3.
Go ahead and roll it.
6.
4. Okay, you're properly disguised.
You? What'd you get? 5, you're good?
6.
You're all good. He's already done disguising you into a black armor.
Yeah.
And
Basically, black shield.
you'll have to drop the thing again.
Alright.
Fun. I'm going to have to ask you, you're busy paying attention to the ship. What do you do? 3 of you, they're aware of the situation. Well, she hasn't been told. You told her? Okay. Did you tell Tess?
Yeah.
The
This
short
probably
guy.
knows from the sensors. There's something
Oh, yeah.
fucking around in one of the landing gear.
Would be. That or an animal even. But you don't see the proper environment around you without it.
I'll head to the landing gear, pull out my sword, because we probably don't want to fire a gun in the landing gear.
Okay. You get down there, looking around, and make a. Well, this is more precise, but perception or awareness. See if you can see them. If you, as you approach, they heard the thing go down. They're either trying to attempt to hide or run.
Nope.
Nope.
Crystal will stay on board the ship just in case somebody tries to come on board.
So basically, when you looked, there was no one there. You were looking to see maybe where they went. What did you get? Were those bad dice?
Yeah,
She got all
those.
those.
Okay. Nearby, you see some rocks moving around an area where there's a cave. Into the rocks. And someone, it looks like you saw the tail end of them running into there. But as you guys dropped the panel, they took off.
Pussies.
What do you guys
Well, who wants to go into the cave?
It's probably not big enough for us.
It probably is. It might be.
Might also be a trap.
Wait to see what happens. Go back and see if they come back. Okay. One thing you noticed,
That's a little check.
looking around the area a little bit. Okay. The tech creature check.
Yeah,
Equipment would have told
he's-
you about this.
No, he's checking the landing gear so if there's any damage.
Okay.
So I get 2 successes.
Okay. Someone was using some kind of wrench to try to loosen space down there. To like open up channels or something. You try to loosen things to like make more space, it looks like.
I'll tighten it back.
Okay. No, you know what? That doesn't belong that way.
Nope.
Go down there. What we had dice?
1!
One.
That's not holding.
Well, that one actually in this case was good.
Okay.
Because after you're down there doing that, you turn around, you think you see someone, a human, kind of tattered clothes, not in good condition, looking out at the one of that cave you guys saw earlier, but then dives back when you look at it. You go back and inform them what you saw?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys wish to do anything, or you wish to wait and see what happens?
Wait and see.
Who wants to ambush him?
You want to ambush them?
No. I'll be nice and wait and see.
And then ambush. Got to see who you're going to ambush.
Well,
Okay,
usually
so-
things come out before we can
You're
really
back
stop them.
inside.
Yeah. Or it's where what I'll do is I'll go ahead and move the ramp down, but I will be busy underneath checking the landing gear for any other damage.
Okay.
See if they try to actually.
Looks like they didn't. There wasn't so much damage to the gear or the functions. They just kind of had a slight idea on what could be sacrificed for a little extra space.
Basically, I'm leaving it open as an invitation to see if they'll actually try to sneak up.
Oh, the
Roaches check in, but they don't check out.
Right.
sit there around the corner. Pop. I squeeze your head. Okay, so you give him what we have so far of the plan. He does seem to be a good player. I cannot personally find any flaws, but I also don't see a whole lot I can do for you.
Well, as a fellow prisoner, perhaps you can tell me what the Brotherhood finds acceptable.
You know the Empire? going little further.
Oh, so they're ultra purists.
Yes.
Oh, ultra Puritans.
They want anything that is not a human is not acceptable. Or the technologies. So therefore, that's why you don't see a lot of them hitting these locations, because they find anything that's there not of value. And I have had them show up here when they come to deliver prisoners that they've obtained from a ship, and they brought them here, but they didn't qualify as guardsmen. So, an occasion we've had the collective come and pick up some, but, you know, hanging around is fun, so they get put to work. And he kind of looks at that big door. So one way or another.
Do they have any of the images that started as a part of their ship?
They have some equipment. The ship actually had some of an influence in that. But actually, at this time, a lot of those leaders have been eliminated for their impure ways.
So they were just.
Gosh, I'm gonna wind up throwing my dice back at you.
Any members of the Stearns out there?
Isn't that going to be your sack?
Not as much. They was more of they were on the way to another location, and at the time, actually, the only they delivered some grays to a drop field. To a battle, and then they ran into a ship that had been infected with the thing that affects a lot of the ones around here, the halo technology, the worm. They saw it as a punishment for their lax beliefs in the Emperor. And they went ahead and anyone that was infected, they believed was just simply evil. And also just like a way of the warp infection.
Wow, why does that sound like a Salem, Massachusetts?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, they do have whispering. We expect sooner or later they're going to check up that Imperial ship that recently dropped through our system. The only worry is it's near the warp, and even things on that side can sometimes be affected and mutated. So they've been kind of waiting to see from there. But my current standing is I think a escape pod landed nearby there's a collection of rocks. As you get closer, you'll find they're actually chained together. We've not been able to have anyone check it out, and they've not accepted any calls. So
They're dead, Jim.
So you're ghosting them, okay.
Well, they're kind of ghosting us. Actually, it wasn't us. It was some of the grave diggers were checking out because we actually have some grave diggers here because they are running a paste plant. Paste plant. Corpse paste.
Oh.
So we all kind of purchase here and there on the food. They don't have the technology to make it to the density of the standard accepted by the Space Marines, but they just have to eat extra. But it's also not poisonous to the unless they water it into a soup base or something. Up into a pool.
Wow.
Ash.
Please, sir. Can I have some more?
Where's my? There it is. we go.
Now pull
Cool
her
it
down
down.
a little bit. Now pull her down a little bit.
Yep.
Hold on. I'm gonna do it again.
No, she went away. She's over by the bed, the bathroom looking at her. She'll come back.
Okay, so
She's not that upset by it, it's just enough to get her attention. And I made sure it's clean water.
what? Gray water? You were saying?
Your hand? Yeah.
I got it.
Just spray your chocolate syrup. Anytime she points it at you. Oh, now the problem, I gave her the gun over there squirting, so it's a good safe thing to do. Okay. Now, of course, the reason I originally said it's a good deal of locating that a good thing you showed up is we have a problem working section of Crusade. We had a few have escaped. And there's a bounty out for them. If you're interested, they may be running around out there anywhere, anywhere on the surface. They tend to not stay. They run around on the surface for a while looking for way off. Yeah, to hitch a ride somewhere, anywhere. They don't care.
Are you gonna reach out to us and let us know that we might have some escapees?
You're listening in on my box.
That's private. So,
In what reality?
question then would be, are you needing of anything to complete your services?
Not at this time.
One thing
But
I can really spare at this time were some men in the robot.
Perhaps at some point, if we need to haul a rather large object across the rather bizarre planetary service, we might actually take some new prisoners. So what would you these?
An exchange can be done.
Maybe we need some rest.
With that, and our ship is currently being run
I'm
mostly
good.
by servitors. So, if any of them are
Oh, I need
willing
that.
to have their service commuted to the shipboard service.
Well, there are issues of
Okay.
Yeah.
legal fees, as well as, let's say not all of them are in full condition.
Yeah.
A lot of workplace injuries.
Be happy OSHA doesn't exist.
At that moment, the lights around the place kind of flitter.
Are you in need of a tech priest?
I think your problems are beyond divine intervention.
Well, the only thing is that what you just saw was power being shifted from one area to another. The underground takes a lot of power, some power. But the power plant can be checked out, see if any improvements can be made, especially if you can find any other parts of other power plants around the area, and then we can update things.
Okay.
Well, I guess the first question was, were you looking to become a service to the court, or on your other mission? It sounds like you have your own mission currently.
I have my own mission to deal with. And if we accomplish that, perhaps we can find a way off with the Brotherhood, or the ship that just came in.
Well, if there's any way we can assist you in that escape, or at least join it for the official members of the courts here, me and the two investors. Some of the Imperial Guard, but if it came time to leave, we probably wouldn't worry too much about the prisoners. They have their sins. They've been in prison for them. Nothing more to know. So, you guys outside. Let's open my little dice in here. Ooh, magic.
Heresy! Execute him! Get it, Blizzard? Execute him!
Okay. As you guys are sitting there, you do, after a while, see someone who is, I don't know how I want to put it. Rather thin, but human, it seems. Not in great shape. And it takes a while to realize they only have one arm. As he's looking back into the cave, slowly moving forward. Slowly coming toward the ship, staying opposite of the front gate where there's a couple people about 50 yards away from standing. Keeping the ship between you and them. What do you guys see? You can see them because the windows, they cannot see you. Unless you turn on everything in. Otherwise, windows are usually only one wall.
Who sees this?
No, you can see them, him. And you can see them, the two people in guards. Neither can see you guys if you're within the ship. Windows aren't designed in the ship to show everyone what's on the inside. Especially without paranoid people.
I sit and wait.
Sit and wait. It's like you were told to do. You thought about ambushing. Rest of you alright? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those will do a pre-flight check on the engines when they come up to them.
Basically, you're looking at someone equal to like a bone digger, but without bone armor and stuff. Come up to, suddenly come sprinting up the gangway. Everyone is upstairs, up there, make a fellowship roll.
Actually, you make it.
And you? That's so, or are you not being seen?
He's not being seen.
Okay.
He's actually underneath, still checking.
Well, since two of you aren't appreciated for your attractiveness, he breaks.
You know what? How about I roll for intimidate?
How can you get to yell stop? It's intimidate.
No.
No. He's already intimidated.
Yeah. Well, since you actually passed your fellowship test, you want to do anything, Amanda? You're the only one who passed. Let's see what else you got here. Let's see.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, so what you can do is basically you're really good at talking to people.
So you want to try to
As long as you're not on Instagram.
convince him to stop?
Sure.
What are you using for an ability?
You can go 10.
Okay.
Issue a command.
Or we actually have intimidate, so
What's your character again?
she is a dark apostle.
Okay.
She's basically a space marine priest.
Okay. You yell?
Yeah.
Okay, roll.
Oh, wow. And not 4.
Okay.
So that's like 4 degrees of success.
And she's trying to
Well,
not draw attention to herself because she feels like the truth.
he draws half an arm and a full arm up in the air. And he yells, I have no weapons. I have nothing.
He's armed. Shoot him.
Only once.
I'm sorry. Let me reiterate. He has arms. Shoot him.
He has an arm. Maybe I wasn't clear before you fired. He kind of stops. You two. Roll a perception or awareness.
I make it.
No. Okay, you notice the yelling caught the attention of the two guards. They're like,
Well, seeing as we're disguised, that's not a big issue.
kind of looking around. They're wondering, you know. So after a while, they start to slowly wander this way.
You probably want to grab these guys.
And since Tesla's still outside, once he notices that they're starting to walk this way, he will tell them to remain at their post. The situation is being handled.
Okay. Well, you want to say anything to him now that you have his attention? As he's looking for a place for a chance to escape. He knows he can't run out. That's one of the reasons he stopped. So you yelled, it's like got their attention. So he's kind of like peeking, but he's looking like, oh shit.
Because, yeah, he's faced with 3 space marines. We'd rather unhappy space marines.
Have you ever known a happy space marine?
These are, well, from what you can see,
Space wolves, when they're getting drunk, they're telling stories.
after you found pink porters.
Yes.
Look what I got! Or how about when I blew up that one demon and nearly killed the rest of the team?
Yeah.
Hey, that was your own dumbassery.
That's why he's here.
Oh, so you wish to interrogate him.
Might be here. I was hoping the ship was empty and I could hide.
It won't stop playing happy face. Or is it just the song on the end?
I can scavenge mushrooms. It's the only real skill I have. I have some. His arm starts reaching for a leather pouch.
Go on, go with him. Shoot him.
Huh? You let him reach into the pouch?
Kill him. Slowly and painfully.
You have too many arms. We've outlawed 2 of them. He draws out his hand, there's 4 mushrooms in it.
If I can get away with it, I'll turn it into another big hole.
But he's trying to bribe me with 4 mushrooms.
Which
1's
color are
red,
they?
3 are gray.
This is the kind where you're going to be walking and laying stuff over the stairway through the door
As he's glancing at the 3
Part
or
of me doesn't want to trust the mushroom.
What, you don't want to cut off your ear to prevent World War II?
Well, do keep in mind that you are immune to most poisons.
Oh,
Most. That does not mean everyone.
so probably the gray one, not necessarily.
As mentioned, these have been developing close to the war. Who knows what the hell they've mutated into.
So you got a guy, one arm, probably weighs 90 pounds,
Soaking wet.
5'10",
Living in constant.
a little bit of string to his back, holding forth his one calloused arm with 4 mushrooms, bargaining not to be turned into whoever's outside. Anyone else want to step up?
Nope.
Kick him out. He has nothing now.
You can eat it first.
You can always use somebody to polish your arm.
That's the server's one.
You'd be sure to be useful.
Who replaced that arm? Maybe it was an arm. Maybe not. Well, now he's starting to glance towards the cave. Not sure if he can make it or not.
Oh, he won't make it.
Probably not.
Maybe you can just
If those body on the show.
yeah, let's see the something like he is.
The fellowship roll.
So you got like 5 degrees of success.
Okay, so he's gonna, I'm just looking at a way to get out of here. I didn't do anything. I just happened to end up here. And they nailed me for loitering. And now I've lost 100 pounds and 1 arm.
That's a heavy arm. By the way, what's your name be, Mike?
You can go stick it with this one. It'd be cool that she has later.
So, what do you do?
What do you do, stick through?
Or what does anyone else do? Well, back to the inside then. You're talking to the Inquisitor still.
Yep.
It looks like you're starting to feel you're at a point where you're pretty much out of stuff to talk about.
Right. Well,
He's told you he doesn't have anything to do with. He doesn't have any ships or anything. Anyone that's brought here is brought here by the others.
okay. So, would you happen to know what armaments the Brotherhood actually had on their ship?
What it has?
Yes.
When it first came through, it had a full complement. It was fine. But since then, it's gotten lower. I think the torpedoes was one time it attempted to fire on it on the center. I don't know if it has much left on torpedoes. Torpedoes are rare to find around this area. But we've all heard stories of someone around here has one because it was stolen from them. But no one's come to us for it yet, as far as no guilt has been pointed yet. Some have come to us and then found that they were guilty of that. But then, of course, later on, as he gets a little smirk to his face, later on, sooner or later, they'll be found loitering around the planet, and they were arrested. It was work. Which is better than, dying out there. There's no food out there.
Oh, well, in that case, well, thank you for your assistance. And if you hear anything, let me know. And the box code for the gun cutter
Okay.
and the main ship. That's like we'll most likely be on the gun cutter. So.
Okay. Most of the time ours works. So we'll at least know now where to reach you. So you're not going to be needing anything?
No, it's
You're not going to need any men. Okay. Good. Because, as people more and more criminals are brought, we need more and more. We're already down to 3-1 ratio.
well. As I said, if you want any of the criminals' sentences commuted to shipboard service.
Well, yeah. Except for it would just include legal fees, because we're not going to waive that.
Yeah.
But at that point, yes.
Oh.
Nothing's for free.
Well,
As long as my 2 confessors find the deal fair.
of course.
I mean, I'm not a dictator here. I'm just a judge. And an executioner.
On that point. Well then, I shall take my leave. And get the plan in motion.
Sounds good.
Hopefully we find a bit more information.
Understandable.
Then I head back out.
Okay. Do anyone want, or will you remember what that place is? Or do you want to write something down? You grab a pen.
Okay, so for Hall of Justice, yeah.
Okay.
The work camp.
Yeah, that's underneath your feet. Now, back to you guys then, because it looks like he's heading back to the door. What are you guys doing? He's standing there. Matter of fact, no. By the time we come back, he's sitting there. He's sitting on the ground, getting tired of standing, and he put the mushrooms down on the ground between you and him.
You know what? I push past her, grab the mushrooms, grab him, take him up onto the ship.
Okay. Pretty easy to pick up. Roll a die. If you don't roll a 0, you'll pick him up without hurting him.
Oh, you wanted a pet.
You're good. You take him up to the ship. He's, make a fellowship check.
Nope.
Sit, stay.
Okay. He screamed when you grabbed him. No, I'll behave. Which means the guards outside are starting to, they're kind of looking around, but they don't want to see inside the ship. They've been informed it's against, they'll be punished.
Yeah. You'll be executed on sight.
So they're like, what was that? You guys all right in there?
That's why we'll come back out from underneath the landing gear. It's like, you will ignore anything and everything you hear. By order of the Inquisitor.
Did you bring your own person to torture, or did you find someone?
You really want to know?
Don't ask questions you already
Okay,
authorized
that's
to
fine.
have answers to.
He goes back to this. Because he was only one decision from Imperial Guardsmen to working downstairs. And he's still that way. He goes back to both of them. He kind of like tells the other guy, get back over here. We don't want to know. Just go stand over where you were standing. And both of them get to the point they actually look like they're like putting their feet where they were, like if you walk up and look at it, there's impressions from where they're supposed to stand. So they all stand in the same place. So they're like getting in there. Okay.
Yeah, Tesla's not the most
You notice with that guy you grabbed, these guys got marks all over him, especially electrical burns. And the arm looks like it was burnt off. Now, you may decide at that point that they are probably doing that to her, or anyone else here. All right. While you're looking at it, though, he'll mention the arm is missing because he had to sacrifice it to feed his fellow people. So occasionally, the people there sacrifice something of their body if they have to stay hidden. Occasionally, a guard will disappear, but sometimes they can't get them because their best weapon is a sharpened stick, or sometimes a shale knife. That's all. So no, you guys have nothing to worry about. Stop that! You're scratching my armor. So you're scratching it like you scratch chicken.
Probably more likely to break the shiv than scratch the paint.
So
this is the kind of armor that's designed.
you come walking out. The two guys kind of straighten up more.
Right.
They don't look at you or anything. They just look forward, like you're supposed to be. You salute.
Yeah. I salute back.
Okay. You head back to the ship. Okay. You walk up the stairs.
Yeah, walk up the ramp.
And you see a one-armed man standing behind Morgan's character. Kind of afraid, but it's like, you're mine!
Oh.
You guys now want to leave? We want to take a break. What time?
9:06.
Okay. We want to take a break, or we want to just push around, push one more encounter out or something like that. Well, you want to start moving and see if an encounter happens on the way?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
We're going to go to 10 or go to the let's go to the Brotherhood first.
Okay. Put this on the opposite side and start counting.
8, 10, 2, 10, 5, 10, 6, 7, 9.
Yep. Oh, good. So you go talk to the Brotherhood. Something said policy, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Brotherhood is the remnants of a pilgrim ship that was plucked. Well, it's actually, because later on it writes the ship is supposed to be a gutted standard. So it doesn't. The weapons, when you pull up to it, look kind of ceremonially dressed up, but not really so much like weapons anymore. Brotherhood's remnants of pilgrim ship that was plucked from the mob by the power of the Yuva fortress. Led by Palor, it has become more of a monastery than a true settlement, and survives mostly by scavenging debris from everyone else. Or smaller, numbers are smaller. Let's see. Brotherhood. I think they have. I've heard them up. I'll never find it. No. Mostly a bunch of people there, as far as like all done up like they're pilgrims. Most of the time, the people that are out look kind of like Crusaders.
Okay.
They at best have hardly any armor at all. Stuff has been pieced together here and there.
Right.
So they have a little better than flak armor, but not much. before. I know I turned it up. That is probably over here. So I just turned it up. Back to the start. But it has 3, well, I guess 4. 4 people that are basically the Brotherhood is led by 4 people that have that Stadius armor. Ah, there it is. Okay. I would say it looks like they're all well, first of all, as you guys approach, make who's communicating.
I will.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to anybody actually.
Make a fellowship check.
Okay. Oh, this is going to be good. Okay, so do they count as the ecclesiarchy or what? Or members of being pilgrims?
From what it looks like, they would probably respect them.
Okay, because
But they may think you seem a little lazy.
no, because I actually have here ecclesiarchy, which
Okay.
is
So
it'll
go
give
ahead.
me a +10.
They are still kind of see themselves as part of it,
Yeah,
but they've been away from it so long
right.
that they've
So-
kind of like become more and more,
Asshole.
yeah, as time went on.
So let's,
So their first response to you is going to be based upon, yeah.
yeah,
Go ahead and check with that.
I got 6 degrees of success.
Okay. Greetings, fellow follower. You recently arrived?
Yes. Oh, and I announced myself as Inquisitor.
Mendex?
No, not as Mendex, but with my real name.
Okay.
You know, heir to
Initiative.
yeah,
Okay.
Mendex, basically heir to his inquisitorial seal of Ordo Hereticus,
Well, we,
which is the witch hunters.
yeah. That's very impressive. We do not have any of your order here directly.
You do now. Prepare,
We
prepare to receive me and my party.
are basically initiates.
Yeah, basically I'm giving an order for them to prepare to receive me and
Okay.
my party. See,
They will inform you of where to land. See the lights shining. You going in?
Yep.
Okay. You go ahead there and land. Everyone make perception or awareness check as you look around the landing deck. Nope.
Nope, I don't. Tesla's busy flying the ship.
That would work.
You actually have +20 to perception. Oh, yeah, actually, awareness. So you, if you want to, no, you actually you have 39. Okay, so you make it.
Well, looking around here, you guys notice there is one initiate here dressed in Astartes armor, carrying an Astartes bolt pistol and a combat knife, and even a chainsword. All of them look worn and old, of inferior designs, but they still function. One of those bunch of these Templars, they're basically equal to an Imperial Guardsman.
Right,
Mostly they carry a chainsword.
right.
and a looks like they might. Some of them may have a rifle on their back. Others have pistols, but those are like underneath their Templar,
Right.
so it's not a priority for them.
Okay. Oh, so
They also have a shield on their back.
Mhm.
The shield looks to be better tech than anything else they have.
right. Okay. Quick question: the person that snuck on board the ship, male or female?
Male.
Okay. And what were they wearing?
Rags.
Rags. Okay. I basically pulled something out of my disguise kit that looks like ecclesiarchal robes, basically servant robes for. It's like, here, put these on to.
He looks at you and starts crying.
Don't cry, put them on.
Okay. Put it on.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like he gave Dobby a sock.
Right.
Also, you two looking around. Besides seeing one initiate, it's your turn. Roll by 10.
Me?
Yes. What is it? 8.
8.
There's probably about 80 guards. I've described the Templar guards scattered around the place.
Right.
A lot of them also work, but mostly you see pilgrims loading and unloading stuff, doing the standard work you see done. Any ship that shows up, though, they have like 3 of their own gun cutters. Space you see for 3 empty ones. And then a lot of other ships that look like they're from other places. But once they land, they're chained up because they don't trust them. And the people aren't allowed to leave the ship. You don't see anyone stepping out. Because anyone that's Xenos is not being allowed off their ship.
Right.
And the initiate knows Xenos. He's actually got like an expert skill with him.
Right.
Otherwise,
Oh, and
you also see occasionally walking around, helping sometimes with bigger deals, is a couple petnet machines or engines. Basically, they're bonded to a framework, massive framework, of a petnet machine. Petnet is both hoarded curse and a blessed opportunity. They've been basically, it's like they're walking around and forced to stay inside a battle tech armor.
Yeah, and being tortured the whole time.
Yeah. So anyone they don't. Let's see.
That's 6.
Oddly enough, if you do something against the Adeptus Ministorum, you end up winning.
Yeah.
Or even a sister of the Adeptus Sororitas, who disgraces her order, will end up in one of these. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
But they're being made to work. That's what happens if you truly fuck up with them. They kind of roll out the carpet for you guys.
I strike
Fancy.
down. Yeah, I told the guy that I told to get changed. Yeah, stay on board the ship. Do not let anyone enter.
Pulls out a sharpened stick.
I pull my las pistol.
Yeah?
Do you know how to use this?
Do I need to load it or anything?
No, I just jump.
Okay, I can pull a point. I mean, I can do that part. I don't know where the safety or how to load it.
It's just, you get safety's here. I show them how to turn safety on and off. And if anybody tries to get on board, shoot them.
Okay?
That's not one of us.
We're going to call him Slave 1.
I'm just gonna stay on with them.
Okay.
Hey, you want to name him?
Bob.
Yeah, Bob.
Bob has a las pistol, you said?
Not just any las pistol, it is a good craftsmanship las pistol.
Okay. And an Imperial robe? An imp robe. He's probably naked underneath. Oh, and one arm.
What?
So far.
Yeah, so
He will be spending your ship with you.
Yeah, so what I'm wearing is like a Inquisitorial outfit. I have my power blade and a bolt pistol.
Okay.
I'm leaving my power scythe on board the ship because I doubt I'm going to need it. But I do
Why,
have the chainsaw.
Have you visited us? Basically, does you want to see anything specific? Why are you? You've asked to land. What can we do for you?
I'm making a survey of the system to see who is loyal still to the Emperor and making way for our escape away from this wretched Xeno's filth.
Well, we are.
Xeno's filth? Okay.
We're loyal, and well, we have 4 of these. They are forced to be loyal. They once weren't. But they do the Emperor's work now. The Pilgrims, most people living here, well, since you came from the outside, we're not 100% sure of your loyalty yet, but we believe you probably started in the right place.
I look at you doubt the Imperial Inquisition as I draw my bolt pistol and I point it at his head.
One of the initiates, fully prepared, comes forward, says, well, we've come to question all except for the Emperor himself. But you're probably fine. I mean, I don't believe that they would give you.
See, I'm wearing the rosette right out in the open. So.
Yeah. So what were you needing? Were you joining the Brotherhood, or?
The Brotherhood will be joined into my service, not the other way around.
Okay.
So
We'll
we'll
have to verify as best we can, who you are and who else you have on your ship. I would hopefully we could fully work with you on everything. But we've been betrayed by some that we thought were loyal in the past.
I raise an eyebrow.
Hey, this place is horrible.
I understand this place is horrible.
We've run into people that we believed would be a fine addition, but have turned on us. We've had 3 civil uprisings. I mean, it's fine. We fit the courts.
Yes, we just came from the courts.
Oh. Well, that speaks in your favor. Since you seem to have the support of that freelance court. I mean, we've gone there to draw people off. They're not allowed to come here, though.
I heard.
They have been infected by technology.
I gotcha.
So, okay, I have one quick question for a minute. Do either one of you come down the ramp? Okay, she came down the ramp.
Is she with you? Or just
Probably
down
behind.
just back of the ship's park? The
basically
hangar
we're-
bay.
Yeah, it's still in the hangar bay.
Okay.
I don't think we actually left the hangar bay yet.
Oh yeah.
And so you're at the bottom of the ramp. You had
You're
to go-
nearby. They were taking you to him, but he met you because you started questioning the guy that was with you.
Yeah, so it's a full space marine with a power mall. It's like,
Well, yeah.
oh yeah. So the Space Marine Initiate knows exactly what he's looking at. He's looking at a Death Watch black shield.
Okay.
Well, actually, with you, we probably we'll put like a loyalist symbol on the shoulder pads.
Okay. So you look well.
Look,
Looks good.
it looks good.
Okay. Well then,
The disguise is really good. So it would be hard pressed to tell.
are you here serving the courts, or are you here on your own mission?
We were on our own mission, which is classified.
That's fine. We have our own business going here. We also, well, we run into a few situations, but for the most part, we try not to take any missions on, except for survival and trying to find a way to continue our trip to where we were going to take these pilgrims for a settlement that since then has gone no further. There's basically none here. She's just chasing a fly right now. None here that are of the ones that first came here. We've all been born here. And over time we've come to see our mistakes and our lax ways are what led us to becoming here. Some talk about, other forces brought us here, but we've come to the concept that no, the Emperor himself is what brought us here, to learn the proper ways. What can we do for you?
I'd like to know the capabilities of your ship at this point in time. What weapons and systems are functional. You can talk to my tech priest about those details.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, he's at the head of the program.
Okay.
Great.
Well, we could easily take you to see what we have. But as far as the weapons go, we have the guns, the batteries. We have no torpedoes, no missiles. We've used them up over the years. They were used up before we got here. They attempted some plan to force themselves back to the explosions. Actually, and attempted a couple things against the Iron Fortress in the center. But we've had no luck. And they left us with near nothing, so that's why most of them face execution.
So,
we do have, as a, the spaces that were one time belonging to those have become garden spaces since then. So about half the ship is just,
food production.
yeah, take care of our own thing here. They got some of the best food you've seen in this area. They have actual food.
Yeah.
Sort of green.
That's special. You gotta like
Yeah.
high rank to get that. But other than that, we send out occasional parties to deal with the various sinners in our area. Sometimes having to free those that would worship properly and bring them here. Others will drop off at the rock. But the reason why we're still in the hangar is, well, except for you maybe, we don't allow anyone else past it. Now, of course, like I said, you took your person around to see all the weaponry and stuff.
Yeah, and it's one of those that.
About half the weapons, anything that has a laser, works.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have air conditions.
Yeah. But anything else?
Right.
No.
No, I'm kind of, there's a plan being formulated to actually.
And we can't fire our guns unless we move our ship. upon the center anyways, because between us and them is a transport ship. And that transport ship constantly blocks us, no matter where. We try not to move much, but we've tested it, and it drifts with us. So we think it's doing something to keep it between us and them. We've sent people to that ship. No one's come back. But we're a pilgrim ship, so we have limited actual. We lost one Pennington's engine over there. Or it still could be there. We don't know for sure. Our engines have been completely destroyed because it would basically change the production for our oxygen, and then so we can only move on like impulse engines.
So basically, quarter very quick.
We can move one space per turn on this map, and that's it. We can't speed up any more than that. Like you guys can go one more, so you can be going 2 per space, and then 3 per space the next turn, but then when you slow down, you have to go the same progression.
Yeah, they can only move one, they can.
Yeah. Same with facing. They can move one space at a time.
So have you tried firing your guns to destroy the transport?
Yeah. The transport's actually bigger than us. We've hit it a few times, but then it fired back. There's something there. That's why we sent a group of Templars to free the space, and then we thought we could use it as a leapfrog. But we heard nothing back. Now,
So how
would you like to go and, I mean, we could easily, would your mission include that area maybe?
My mission includes destroying all Xeno's heresy.
Well, I've never seen that style of transport, so. But almost everything here, except for what's in this ship, is a heresy. I mean, there's other groups out there that work with mutates and everything, with Xenos, cyborgs. I even think there's a couple of, like, I've heard elder races, a couple out there still. So, be careful out there. And that's why we're so protective here.
Yes, I look at it and it's like, and don't forget, the Beneficent Emperor allows the Kept Priests their secrets.
Yeah, but we don't allow them on the ship very often. We find it to be heresy. I mean, the Emperor...
The Emperor gave his blessing.
Yeah, we've started to wonder if that's actually what the Emperor said or someone else said it. It is fit.
I give him that death glare of, you doubt the Emperor?
He doesn't seem to look at you with the look of someone that's ever met him or anything to do with him directly. He was born here.
Right.
So,
Yeah, so
although they state they're all pure, they none of them ever, like, even been here.
yeah, or out of the system.
Yeah, so
Uh-huh.
his lack of interest in your threat seems to be more out of ignorance
Aha.
than like he can stop you from hurting you.
Right. Yeah.
He probably thinks his group of people can help him.
Okay, yeah, so these guys have no clue.
Which I'd say he's pretty close to having almost most of his Templars in that hangar already.
It's like, how's your sensor systems working?
Anything
I have Tesla check.
within our zone.
Basically, can they reach the transport that could reach it? And this and that.
The tramp?
Just that.
Oh, that thing?
Okay.
Pick it up for me.
This transport that.
And there's a number on the bottom.
7?
Okay.
can at least reach to where
Oh,
the transport is to scan the transport. That's what I
Yeah. And really, like I said, it's things within our zone. We can get the outer. For some reason, nothing within the fortress's main field up close. I mean, we tried to, but mostly what we detected is almost the same stuff we would detect if we checked the center itself. A lot of crystal. A lot of that same energy. But no life forms, but a lot of movement. And even servitors give off life form energy. Not much, granted. But we also don't have 100% on those, you know, the sensors for that one. What we do have is when we attacked it, tried to remove it, and when we fired up on it, it responded with some crystal wasps came out. So they could have possessed it already. And the damage we did was repaired later on. Not by metal, but again by crystal. So my greatest theory right now is it's been taken by the same things that repaired the planet center. You find the wasp flying all around out there. They could have taken that thing over by now. And I don't know if anyone survived on it or not. But it's like poking a beehive. Anytime we hit it, it comes after us. Yeah. A couple of guns fired at us last time too. So it wasn't just the crystal wasp, but that's what screwed us over. We had to fire the rest of our missile defense
I
pattern
know.
to get it back.
There is going to be a fight.
A full-size wasp can almost count as a light cruiser attacking you. Now there are some smaller ones, but in the most part, yeah. If anything that comes out and goes like across one zone to another, it's the size of a gun cutter almost. So let's say it's about the size of a gun cutter. I mean, I think you're one of our, well, honestly, I was going to say a space marine can do, but I've actually never met one.
I look over my shoulder at Amanda's character.
Oh, way back to the ship. Then he'll ask, is that supposed to be one of them?
And simply nod.
No, then I've never seen one of those. But I've also never left this ship. I have a lot of the gear, but I inherited all this. Few implants they repeated from dissecting what was left of the body before, but he'd been poisoned by some kind of, well, crystal. Wasp got him. Apparently the sting can go through penetrate most armor. And then it injected a larva into it, which grew out of it and finally killed him and left just the larvae. So a lot of the technology got lost because it was stuck in the middle of a non-human thing to start with, so we didn't know how it would have applied to what was there before. They came with us to protect the pilgrims to their location, but they were assigned to us. They weren't ever actually part of our crew. They all ended up going out to try to cause some destruction or get rid of some threat, and slowly they quit coming back. One went to that ship. The last one. that occurred, about 5 years after the ship that slammed into the shell. We thought maybe it'd be a good time. But, we didn't get past it. So, on that, we could hit with some of our longer range lasers, hit the center if we had that out of the way. Now, if you want to go ahead and move that out of the way somehow, we could go in there. We could do it, and I would have no problem doing so. If you would have assured that you could make sure we didn't get ever attacked by any of the, because once we start moving, the crystal boss start heading to whatever struck at the middle.
Yes. Well,
and we have a lot of people here who simple holding the hull would kill them.
well, our ship is still fully functional with full complement of cannons and batteries, and if we move our ship closer to yours while we fire,
just in case.
we can cover you while you do the bombardment.
Where's it?
I'm
looking for, which we just read earlier, so I know it's out here. Here. Roll a die and 5. Okay. They have a total, counting, well, okay, let's do it this way. Writing more notes. We have Brotherhood, consists of 500 people, and 100 of those are Crusaders, and a total of 5 are penitents engines. Those we would probably leave behind. I mean, we couldn't take the people with us regardless.
No.
I mean, especially if we have limited.
Okay.
Now, in the end, that would be your call, probably. They're going to act like we leave anything that's not pure. Because they plan to have the same level of purity, they still want to go to that planet.
Right.
To create their own society, which is on the outer edge. Basically, the concept is, you know how there's that shadow behind the warp that the Emperor lost all touch to?
Yep.
They were one planet in to help recreate the zone by having enough to see around lighthouses.
Yeah.
So they're supposed to put up a lighthouse in, but they never made it. So the Emperor's still blind in that area because they didn't go there to do their job. So they kind of made up for their own failure and psionic attitude towards everything else. Everything else is everyone else's fault for the failure. One thing he'll ask you: did the Emperor or his forces send you guys here?
As with Betty, our ship was pulled out, of course, by the Zeno's heresy.
So
But it
you
is
guys became trapped here much as we did. You were
But
not
it's-
sent to save us. You just happened to be going by and got caught as well.
But the Emperor works in mysterious ways. And perhaps we were allowed to be here to get rid of this. And to save his faithful servants.
Then the other question I have to ask is, was yours the first ship or the second ship?
The first. The second was also an Imperial cruiser.
Yes. You're kind of hoping you came from that one. Although they're attempting to get back to the war. once they make enough repairs, they probably will go full power and anything good out, maybe bust themselves in half or shatter their ship. But the other problem is what is the dark eye within your ship? Your ship has a pocket of warp in it. That's our initial detection of our scanners. But we couldn't get anything more than that. It apparently was stronger than the varying field on your ship itself. That we felt coming in before you even came into it.
Let me put it this way. It's an inquisitorial secret. Allowed by the Emperor. Do not ask any further questions.
Well, unless it comes to endangering the people on my ship, I'll leave it at that. But I will revisit it if necessary. Because out this far, even though you do seem to have a lot of power, if you disappear, no one will know.
At that point, I pulled the trigger.
You shoot him?
I shoot him right in the head.
Okay.
It's like, one does not threaten an Imperial Inquisitor.
Okay.
Okay, so I hit. Hopefully this is enough of a surprise that he can't actually dodge.
Well, he's actually just going to stand there for it first.
Oh, he's going to take the first shot straight through the head?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's never been injured yet.
Oh.
He does have some head on him.
So he will take 11 points of damage, pen force right to the head.
10 to the head. How much to the head?
11 with armor pen 4.
So, let me get this right. First of all, if they have armor, it still goes through 4 points, right?
Right. Subtracts 4 points from that.
Okay. Now, next one. Check here. Toughness. Like, what's your toughness?
So, for example, my toughness is 33, so it subtracted 3 points.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, it's been a while, so I was just making
Yeah.
sure. So take 4 points off of after penetration or before?
After.
Or does it ignore the penetration?
Penetration.
You had a negative. What was penetration?
4.
4. Okay.
So, if his
He
armor
has 8 armor.
Okay, so it ignores 4 armor. So you add whatever's left to his toughness, and then you subtract that.
7. 3.
He actually is wearing his helmet? Wow.
He doesn't trust you.
Of course not.
3.
You also have a space marine with you.
Yeah, so you can basically pull out your gun or your hammer and just squish it.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's usually how you squish somebody.
Well,
Exterminate.
you
Got
guys
it.
are a bit. Well, did you stay
You
right
are
by
not
her? Because they were taking you originally to him,
Yeah.
but they have him over towards the edge of the
Yeah, no, she's with me. She's my.
Okay, I thought you stayed back by the vehicle.
No, she was at the bottom of the ramp, and as we moved around, she. That's
Came
why
with
her
you?
were with me. Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Hi, Lana.
Okay, so go ahead and roll the percentiles. Oh, yeah. So you hit really hard. So you hit him, and you're gonna hit him square in the body. So it's pen 7. So she ignores 7 points of armor. Roll 2d10. So you're going to do 16 plus. So you're going to do 32 points of damage. Oh, and does he actually have the Space Marine toughness enhancement?
What? Toughness? Yes, he does.
Okay, so she ignores that.
And
So-
he would, but it isn't. It is a toughness, but it's not from the same source. Wait,
Basically, does he
Yeah.
have unnatural toughness?
you would have the toughness times 2.
Yeah. So she ignores that.
Okay.
So it's whatever his base toughness is.
So we have, first of all, because we're already beating on him. We started well with how much? The penetration was
7.
7.
Okay.
So that left 1 point, or no, 10 was a body shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was 3 points of armor. He started with 10.
Uh-huh.
So now, what do we have?
32.
32
Uh-huh.
minus the 3 plus the 4 of his toughness.
4.5. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and roll 1 d10 if you would, please, because one of those d10s was a 10. You got Zealous Hatred. You got a critical shot. Oh, a 9. So it's a d5, so you get a 5.
So much for a break.
He was hurt. Well, that's why if we continued on, we weren't going to do a break.
Okay, so the period of the attack forces the target to the ground, helplessly covering his face, keening in agony. The target is knocked to the ground and must make an agility test or
Agility?
catch fire. Yeah.
Agility 47. Hot 2.
Okay, so he doesn't catch fire. And he must make a toughness test.
41. 25.
Okay, so he's not stunned.
Well, that doesn't matter. He ran over with wounds
Oh, okay.
by 3 points.
Oh, jeez.
So he went down. You shot him and then she shot him.
No, she actually hit him with basically her Warhammer.
Ah.
Basically, it's her Atrocious, which is a
Bolt pistol. Oh, then. See what they have. He didn't have a chance of pulling of it. So, he goes down.
yeah, I basically raise my voice. Does anyone else here wish to doubt the power and the authority of the Imperial Inquisition, second only to the God Emperor himself?
Random grunt number 3
Made a
named Bill does.
fellowship.
Yeah.
They're actually more loyal to the brotherhood. Right? They've already had a generation without even seeing him.
Right.
But if you make a fellowship check,
Or just kill them all.
well, that'd come next. But that means I have to start firing a lot of laser pistols and hope that none of them,
Or just get back on
did
the
any of them
ship.
hit like an OT 1 or something like that.
Or again, we
Okay.
get on the ship, fly around, take out the life support system, and then just wait.
Okay, so
Oh, the doors to the hangar bay have like slammed down with additional protection.
so I get 2 degrees of success.
Okay. I would say you're at a. They're all looking at each other still. But with 2 levels of success, let's see. How many did I say there was before? Who rolled the die check?
You said what, 5 penetrant engines and like 100 guards.
Not all of them were in this room though.
Oh, 500 total.
Yeah, I think there was only 80 people in the room.
Yeah.
Someone rolled a die 8. So, that would be. Well, no, there'd be 1/4 of those, so we have 20 rifles, the rest would be pistols. Or they could just come at you with a bunch of swords, chain swords. Actually, no, they don't have them. Not all of them have them. Just the front line tends to. So I'd say another 4th. 20 chain sword. The rest, that'd be 40. 40 would be hand to hand.
Yeah, and basically I should basically.
But they're all looking at each other.
Uh-huh.
I would say the only ones that really need to check is these guys, which there were 3 in this room. 2 more are elsewhere. So, I'm going to say there's 1 flamer and 2 penance chainsaws. That wouldn't work. Fellowship is 4. You had 2 successes. What's FWP? Is that willpower or what?
Yeah, that's what I
Okay, I'll drop that by 2 successes, so down to 20. Any of them have to roll below a 20. About 7. 4. 7 to 9. One stops. So I'll say 1 of each. So the pendants, machines, or engines, start moving forward, as a lot of the other people start moving back. They don't want to get in the way of those things anyway, so they basically have left.
Right.
They're trying to, well, they can't. The door's been shut, and there's no one of higher enough rank to open them. So.
Yeah. So, how long do they?
You could get to your ship before they get to you.
Okay.
The whole landing bay is about the size of a football field. You guys are about in the middle, and they're over in the end zone. One's with a chainsword, so he's got to get all the way to you, and even a flamer has to get fairly close.
Yeah.
The people, though, have backed up. Maybe they're hoping that it will give them their freedom if they finish this off.
Well, it's one of those. I will basically try to use the inquisitorial override codes that are built into the rosette to basically shut them down.
Is there a roll for it?
What?
Is there a skill level or something to it, or is it just something you do?
Probably something I do, or I can.
Basically, is it like a hacking thing, like you're shutting them down, or you just...
Yeah, I could use like my Forbidden Lore Inquisition to know how to activate it.
Twice. First, chain axe.
Okay. Oh, it should be like a general override code. So.
It's going to be 2 different ones.
Okay.
So these were all built after the Empire. In there, they basically built them on their own. Actually, they were built by these guys.
Okay, so they would actually.
And they are not loyal to the Empire either way. Just the law. Not the religion.
Okay, make
So
the
if you
first
make
one.
a roll by any successes on
Yes.
either one of them,
First one made a 1 degree success.
okay, that makes it. Chainsaw, or the chain axe, it's actually, yeah, chain axe shuts it down.
Yeah. Okay, the other one, same thing. 1 degree.
Okay. They stop. Do you wish to stand and see how it goes, or do you wish to head back to your ship right now? No one will stop you, but they are like, they're still not like ready to give, but they're not sure what they should do.
Basically, I have just demonstrated to them that I am an Imperial Inquisitor. I have authority to leadership on these things. And that I'm basically to be obeyed.
Finally a voice will come over, one of the other initiates, says, stand down. And the people, like, return to their stance they're supposed to. A couple people go over there and start dancing around the engines, trying to see if they can get them working again. They don't have any tech priests.
Right.
They chased them all away because tech priests were unpure.
Yeah, basically.
And yours is not even in your, it's not nearby. You went to check out the guns, which is like
Yeah.
over there. So, they ask over the loudspeaker. It doesn't seem to unlock anything yet. They're like, what do you desire at this time?
Ground speed and slow.
I was like, you will do your duty when I tell you to. You shall not doubt the word of an Imperial Inquisitor again.
No problem. Doors unlocked. At that, a bunch of the Templars are stepping off the main hangar area and clearing it out.
Yeah.
What do you do? The door's open. You
Yeah.
enter the main ship.
Yeah, we'll enter the main ship. You know.
Okay. You'll finally end up next to the, bring you to another initiate. But you will not be seen powerless. He's the boss, and we've seen how you behave. You just shoot people.
Oh no, he doubted my authority. And therefore I actually had to shoot.
You're kind of a dull rumble here and there from people in the room. So, what was it that you were demanding?
Right now, what I'm demanding is all sensor logs of the last attack that we made against the cargo ship, one area in, plus the status of all ship systems made available to my tech priest, and use of the sensors to see what else we can determine.
Okay. They'll they bring a data, kind of like the things you had at the first beginning of the slate,
Right.
with the information, as well as information for anything in the green zone,
Okay.
and that is it. Transport, the attack, basically pretty much covers what you guys have heard.
Right.
But that the public, the opinion upon the core is that it's become a crystal hive, and that there's no one left. Only the one guy that you killed believed there was anyone left there. So, the common idea was it's just a crystal hive. They've kept record of crystal wasps coming in and there, out of there all the time.
Right.
and nothing else. Anything that goes in otherwise, like that comes from a landing, just
Back.
yep. And then maybe the ship sometimes is just kind of like pushed out, floats around, disappears. Usually pulled towards the field in the middle, and then destroyed. It's disassembled by the spiders. Also, there's a couple spiders moving around, which are about half the size of the wasp, on the ship, and that's what repairs everything. They have this webbing. There's also a shot of the spiders apparently can fire that webbing, which will wrap around you. And I roll a die 10 for every time, so it's like basically the amount of strength to break it.
Yeah.
And that's basically you wear down, and it just you can keep going until it fires more at you. So if you do so much, it may just take a couple rounds. You will sooner or later, but if it keeps spitting it on you, but it doesn't do as much damage. The wasps do twice as much defense. They have penetrating in their stinger, and if they get to the point of actually injecting you with a host, it will take over. First of all, won't even know that that's what it is for a while. Let's see here. What else we got nearby there? The green section.
We've got one.
One. I'll
And
give you a little information, then we'll probably be calling it soon.
whatever this is.
This is just information as far as what kind of encounters. That, you'll have to pick it up and look at it. I think it's 7.
5?
5? Could be.
9.
Nope.
It's
9? 9. Okay, so 9. What was the other one?
1, 9, and 2. 2 we already know is like the rat farm.
Yeah. Occasionally, they've been buying. That's why the rat farm's been left alone. But you may ask, who's been selling them to them? You know what I mean? I have 9. What was the other one? 1. And, well, no, that's 2. 2. And, oh, that's 1 and 2. One's a fungus. Oh, one's a fungus farm. Oh. 2 is the rat ranch, both in the same area. 9 is a ship. Now, since we're supposed to have information on it, we will find out. First of all, it is a raider frigate. Knowing that, roll percentage dice. 32. Okay, so that's 32% functional, which means roll a die 10. 8. And percentage dice. 52.
Shit, I forgot about this.
R50 Auspex multi-band parade. That's the only thing that's been working. They probably use it for defense. Now, that's on the ship. Okay, 32. Yeah. Okay, last time checked, and I say last time because when it was first there, they checked it to see about if there's anyone worth grabbing, anyone loyal enough. Basically human and pure, not affected by the warp.
Right.
They were Halo infected zombies. They slaughtered them for a while, left them there. Then later on, the ship has moved occasionally. So its engines still work 32%. And unless you've seen that Halo people succeed to get that to move the ship, someone else took it since then. So that's what you have on that one. Otherwise, you have the ranch and the rack. There's more things on the outside for you to check, and then you gotta go to the scary inside. So, that's what you got out of it.
She's just coming out.
Are you going to leave with what you have, or stay around and we'll pick up from here?
Right now, I was trying to get out.
Oh,
Hey,
I think we'll pause here and then
Pick up from still being on the ship?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have planned to attack you then.
I think we're gonna, get ready to go and leave, but it's just
You're waiting for your tech person for starters.
yeah.
Because they'll just execute him if he's left there, or they'll take him in for the crime of knowing technology.
Service of the
experience points.
Experience points! I'll give you 100 for the first location. You guys pretty much dealt with that, got them understand, and went on. The Brotherhood is still questionable. We'll see after that, because if you leave, we get 100. If you stay and get them to learn how to control. But you don't feel, although he said, okay, come on in. You kind of felt like, you know, one thing if you leave, they may not let you back.
Right.
Yeah, we could just kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I also haven't used one of my once per team session abilities on them yet, so.
Just follow a fire halo at them.
Oh no, I actually I have an ability to become their friend.
Ah. Possible.
And then pour yourself out.
Basically, I have the Serpent's Tongue ability that allows me to gain peer.
Because you all henchmen are stupid. They'll fall for anything.
Yes.
But yeah. And then you know the transport is probably just a crystal hive.
At this point.
Yeah. It's a place the hornets have created into a little home.
Or have mobile things.
Yeah. So, there we go, people. We will play again in 2 weeks. Oh. Like, subscribe.
We don't need it. It really works. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Thank you.